and I would get the reaction of all of the computers. When I talk to people, I feel like, not that I'm into movies, I see the poison in all of them, but that's what you people go by. So I mean that's what you know. There's the movies, the Matrix, and in the second one, Neo goes to the source, and every time he has a thought, you see all of the different, when there's an exchange that happens, all his possible reactions show up on a screen behind him. This is how I feel when I talk to somebody. The intuition, I can predict all of you, everybody, all the different reactions to me and what I'm saying. And it's painfully lonely. It is. It's lonely. It's, there are people trying to assess what I'm saying, try to figure out whether it's right or wrong, provable, verifiable. People that think I am insane because they've read the word insane, maybe seen the words delusional, read their psychiatric textbook or the Merck manual or something, some sort of diagnostic manual that they've tried to copy and paste into their mind and then regurgitate onto the world in the form of projection. They don't have an understanding of it. Had they never been told about it, they never would have figured that out. They had to go to some sort of school for it. They had to be told about it by a professor, a teacher, a textbook, a lecture. Most people that go into psychology are so screwed up that it's some sort of cry for help, some sort of defense mechanism for control, and they don't learn anything. They just memorize what they're told to the best of their ability and then feel that they're aware and they're just more bound to structure. It's the people that critically assess are plagiarizing. Most of the personalities on this planet are plagiarism in animation. I mean, it is plagiarism. Look how many people copy each other in this planet. I mean, especially in the United States. Look at hip-hop. Look at that community. Where's the uniqueness in that? Everybody talks the same, dresses the same, acts the same, thinks the same thing. And that's why that was allowed on TV and the creative black people were not. And then you get subliminal messages telling you that no matter how bizarre it seems, no matter how robotic and angry and detached it's becoming, you can't say anything about it. What you need to understand right now is the basics. If you try to assess me, fine, that's great, but you need to ask yourself, where are you getting the very questions you ask? What triggered your assessment? Other than opposition. You feel you either need to believe me or disbelieve me. Agree with me or disagree with me. Well, what are you basing your agreement or disagreement on? Something you have the ability to come up with in your own mind? Or was it something that you read somewhere and you liked the personality, the vocabulary, the presentation? The person had a good resume. And you saw enough of the same information to build what you think is a knowledge base of which you are pulling from to compare and contrast to everything else you're told, none of which is yours. It's computer data. There's one scene in one movie that really touched me when I saw it for the first time because I felt like it was the first moment in my life where I felt like I wasn't alone. And that was the scene in Good Will Hunting when they were in that Harvard bar and you had the guy come up and make fun of Will's friend, Ben Affleck, and Will came out and proved that he was a robot. I'd never seen anything like that in my experience, and I didn't watch a lot of movies. I never saw anybody who got it like that so perfectly. Memorizing means nothing. Some of you are listening to me and you're feeling insulted by me. The brain has actually gotten that diseased on planet Earth that people, when they're told what is occurring within them that they need to know so that they can repair themselves, rather than recognizing that, they become insulted and then formulate a defense in their mind. These are the people that argue. And most people are this way. You start to argue and they don't listen anymore. They're thinking up, while you're speaking, they're thinking up of some sort of defense for their ego against you. I mean, the insanity on this planet it's insane. It's just it's a real problem. It's a disease, and you have people that, I mean, people more or less wait for each other to finish speaking. It's so insane is not the right word. Unalive, computerized. You ask if they've ever invented artificial intelligence? Yes, the majority of human beings on this planet are artificially intelligent. It's just the way it is. I didn't do it. I was born here to witness this. And have I witnessed it? Yeah. There's so much I know about what's going on right now that I can't begin to tell you yet, because telling you would be insane. It's just the way it is. Until you... See, what you don't understand, the average animal knows so much more than you do. It doesn't matter if their brain can retain the information, like how big is their hard drive. As long as they're connected to the Creator, they'll know what they need to know in any given moment. They may or may not retain it, kind of like, you know, some have experienced something similar, though this is not it. And I specify this. Smoking marijuana, you lose your memory, but you have all this creativity, right, during it. But that's not, all you're doing is changing your frequency. You actually disconnect yourself from intuition when you smoke marijuana, hence paranoia. Paranoia is a disconnection from intuition, intuitive knowing. I mean, you should ask yourself, with all the fear-mongering, all the potential threats and possible things that can happen to you, right, in the world, in what I'm doing, shouldn't I be the most paranoid guy you've ever heard in your life? Shouldn't I be cowering in a corner somewhere? I don't suffer from paranoia. I've seen things that would destroy the average person mentally if they're disconnected from intuition. Just, you know, they'd be loony within days, gone. Why have I seen it? Because my job is to do a few certain things. I am not patronizing you. You just don't understand. If I told you the reality right now, and I will tell you, but if I told it to you right now, I would be hurting you. That's why when you get people like, you know, that pretend that they are helping you, really when their goal is to hurt you, or they're being controlled and don't know it to hurt you, like Fritz Springmeier. See, all I needed to see with Fritz Springmeier was after one of his lectures, when a woman came up to talk to him, how he blew her off. That was all I needed to see. His fake way of dealing with her. You know, that I knew right away. There's no question in my mind. I mean, if you read Fritz Springmeier's books, they're overwhelming you with fear. Some of the details are correct, yeah. But he's not enabling you. Oh, and just make sure you believe in God. What? Oh, yeah, just believe in God. No. You